Hi guys, today I would like us to talk about leadership. We have all witnessed the rise and the fall of leaders, and why most leaders have failed. Therefore today I would like us to focus on 11 reasons as to why most leaders have failed, and they will continue and continue failing unless they are guided by what it takes for them to succeed in leadership. Reason number one for the failure of leaders: they think that by the virtue of being a leader, then they know everything. It's very, very difficult to learn something that you think that you already know everything about it. It's almost impossible. They don't listen to advice. And they don't learn. And this has actually become their downfall. Another reason, number two, they are driven by assumptions instead of the truth and the facts about the real issues affecting the people. They just assume. Sometimes they send people to represent them, people to come and actually speak to the people on their behalf. And in most cases, those people have taken to them wrong information. They just tell them what their ears want to hear, but not the truth concerning the issues affecting the people. Then another reason is because they are full of greed to make money. Instead of serving the people they lead, they don't offer servant leadership. Instead, they engage in corrupt deeds. That's where each and every day you hear of scandals. You hear of taxpayers' money has been actually gone into people's pockets. And this has indeed contributed and brought to failure and the fall of leaders. Another reason as to why leaders have failed and will continue failing is because they disconnect from the people they represent. Some of them just disappear. After being elected and being chosen as leaders, they disappear. And even sometimes they cut off communication. And it's very funny, especially in politics. They only reappear when they want to be re-elected. And you find the good citizens actually clapping for them, praising them simply because they have been given 100 shillings. Then you say you're right, and you keep complaining for another 5 years to come. We need to style up. We need to change our mindset when it comes to choosing leaders. Another reason as to why leaders have failed is because they think that leadership is defined by speeches. Because I'm a good speaker, then I'm a good leader. Others think it's just because of the number of followers behind it. Others think it's about attributes. Because so and so said I'm a good leader, then I'm a good leader. They forget that leadership is all about results. Leadership is defined by the results. And actually this has contributed to their failure. Another reason as to why leaders have failed is because they think that leadership is a license to promote evil and immorality. They fail to lead by example. They fail to lead by example. That's why after electing them, after leaders rising to position of leadership, you hear of the things they do. Some of them just live immoral lives. Others, they become very evil because power has corrupted them. Then another reason as to why leaders have failed and continue failing is simply because their mouths and their hearts read from different scripts. They don't mean what they say. They don't walk the talk. They come, promise heaven on earth, then deliver nothing. And actually nothing seems to bother them. And this has led to their failure. Another reason is simply because leaders don't value the power of teamwork. They don't involve the people they lead in their leadership, either through public participation or just by consulting them. They always force what they think is right to the people. What they think is right to them, then it's also right to the people. And this actually has brought to the failure. Then another reason is because most leaders do not have visions as to why they would like to be leaders. They just want to be leaders for the sake of it. We all know this common sense that where there's no vision, people perish. People perish. They don't have a clear picture of where they would like to take the people and what they would like to do for the people. And actually, they just fail. They just fail. Another reason as to why has led to the failure of our leaders is they don't plan. They don't plan what needs to be done, how to be done, the cost to be done, and how can it be done in the best ways possible. They forget that failure to plan is planning to fail. And that's why you see leaders starting projects that they don't complete. Some projects have stalled for more than even 10 years because they started without proper planning. Then lastly, reason number 11, as to why leaders have failed, is because they think that all the criticisms are negative. And yet, some criticisms is positive and can help to improve and better the leadership of the people that they represent. When a person points out the mistakes of our leaders and say that is not the right way to do what you're doing, things are supposed to be done this way, actually they perceive them as their enemies. And therefore it becomes so difficult for them to change, to listen to the people, and do the right things to the people they represent. And this has actually brought or has resulted into their downfall, into their failure, and into them just failing as leaders. Therefore, we'd like to make an appeal to all leaders wherever they are, that the citizens, the people you represent, the people you lead are looking at you. They have entrusted that position to you because they had faith and they believed in you. And therefore, you need to deliver to them. You need to rise to the occasion and do the right things at all the times. You need to be a leader of integrity. You need to be a leader who will say no to corruption, so that everything that's meant for the people will actually reach the people. And I challenge all the citizens wherever they are, do not be fools to praise and sing for the leaders when they're giving us 100 bob just to sell our rights. Then continue complaining each and every time for 5 years. Then again we make the same mistake when the other one comes and promises heaven on the earth and give us 200 bob. We need to style up. We need to pull up our socks. We need to change our mindset when it comes to choosing and when it comes to electing leaders. I think let this sink deep into your hearts. And let us stop electing mediocre leaders who makes us cry each and every day. Some would sufferings and the pains you're going through today, it's not because of demons. It's not because of the devil. It's because of choosing bad leaders. And bad leaders are chosen by good people who don't think, who don't use their minds. People who say their rights at 100 bob. People and young people who accept to be used by leaders for their selfish interests. I appeal to the young people wherever they are in this country that we must say no to being used by political leaders, giving us 100 bob, telling us to fight each other. We must stop. We must stop. We must stop. Thank you.